Alright, this will be the last video of the year. Here we go. So we're on final assessment days 8 and 9. This is the last day. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Google Doc. Once I have the Google Doc open, I'm going to go ahead and go to File, make a copy. I'm going to name it my last name, and then just say paragraph 2. Now I'll have a document that I can go ahead and edit. So this is paragraph 2. It's going off of your first paragraph that you wrote on Monday and Tuesday. Same thing, 8 sentences, but there are 2 quotes this time. So point A, it says, introduce a quote from the original text, not from your updated version. So I have to pull up the first part where I interpreted the original text in the scene, and I have to find a quote that shows my the theme that I pick. So if I pick the theme of love, I've got to find somewhere where Romeo says that he loves Juliet. Now, he might not say, I love you, but he can say all of these poetic things that show us that he loves him. He says, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the west. That shows that he has a lot of love and that she's beautiful, right? So that would be a good quote to pick. It says, include an introduction to the quote. Make sure your quote has the quotation marks, and then include the citations. And it gives you an example. So, when Romeo enters the tomb and finds Juliet, he says, that's my introduction right here where it says I need an introduction. This is my introduction. He says, and then I have the quote, that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean aboard monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour. That's the quote. Notice I've got the quotation marks before and after. This part right here is my citation. That lets me know that it's an Act 5, Scene 3, and then I put a period at the end there. I know it's an Act 5, Scene 3 because it tells us there at the beginning of the scene that you chose. So you could have picked Act 1, Scene 5, when Romeo and Juliet first meet each other. You could have picked Act 2, Scene 2, when Romeo and Juliet are at the balcony scene. Act 4, you could have picked something from, or Act 5, Scene 3, if you're talking about Friar Lawrence giving a recap of the entire show. So that's what that 5.3 stands for, and that explains it in more detail right there. So you just got to give me a quote that shows the theme. After that, you're going to explain what that quote means, and you already have done this because you've already explained what every part of that scene that you chose means when you modernized it. So this should be really easy for you to explain. C, you have to pick one more quote, and you're going to write it in the exact same format. Where it says, Romeo enters the tomb, blah, 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 right? So you've got the introduction to the quote, you've got the quote, and then you've got the citation. Once again, you're going to explain what that quote means, and you're going to explain how it shows that theme. So give me 8 sentences, make sure you've got your 2 quotes, you're going to put it in the box down here, and that'll be it.